is a presentation of Fox Sports.
We are Baltimore. We are LA.
After a sluggish start at home, the Angels bats woke up on their way to a 3-game sweep of the defending world champions. Now back on the road, the Halos look to stay hot deep in the heart of Texas. Angels and Rangers next.
After finishing off the 3-game sweep of the Kansas City Royals, the Angels had an off day yesterday. They traveled to North Texas, and tonight from Globe Life Park, we begin a 3-game series against the, I guess you should say, first place Texas Rangers here in the American League West. Hi, everybody, from inside Globe Life Park, we welcome you back to Angels Baseball on Fox Sports West, along with Mark Gubiza. I'm Victor Rojas, and this is the second meeting of the season between these two ball clubs, and it's a good thing for the Angels that the offense seems to starting to click right now.
Yeah, Victor, especially when you have some good swings against a very good pitching staff like the Kansas City Royals, just before you come here to Texas, where you know you're going to have to score some runs. So the Stars obviously had their swings throughout that series against Kansas City. When you look at Albert Pujols and Mike Trout, they've had good success in their careers against Kansas City pitching, but when you see them drive the ball out of the ballpark, that is so important. It allows the rest of the lineup to relax and do their thing. Stars do their job. Now the rest of the guys got to go out and get their good swings. You know, they put themselves in very good hitters counts. Giavitelli did. Escobar, and then Simmons, the same thing. When you put yourself into fastball counts and then get those good passes and get the barrel of the bat on the baseball, you can score some runs in a hurry. The pitching's been good. The defense has been very good, but it's great to see the offense come together, averaging a little over 6 runs per game against the Kansas City Royals with 7 home runs. You would think they did prior to that, the offense was not there, and they have swung the bat exceptionally well down here in Texas. 16-4 mark, averaging nearly 7 runs a game. The thing that jumps out at me, though, 71 extra base hits in those 20 games against the Rangers. You're going to need to score some runs. They will swing the bat very well, Texas, but the offense is coming around.
Let's see what the Angels offense can do against Colby Lewis. Hector Santiago on the mound for the Angels, making his 5th start of the season. We're just about ready for baseball here in Texas. Sit back and relax, and bring you the lineups in the first pitch when we return.
This telecast of Angels Baseball on Fox Sports West is brought to you by Hyundai. Great deals on amazing cars are going on now at your Hyundai dealer. Visit buyhyundai.com today. By Jack in the Box. Taste the Baconlicious Sourdough Bacon Ranch Combo, only at Jack in the Box. And by the Jeep Renegade. Find your inner Renegade and reach your highest potential with an EPA estimated 31 highway miles per gallon. To Arlington, Texas, Globe Life Park, game one of a three-game weekend series against the Texas Rangers, and we had some rain come through the area. It kind of went away about 5:30, 5:45 or thereabouts, and we should be all right for the better part of the night as the Rangers deciding to start this game on time. And Kobe Lewis getting ready to throw his first warm-up pitch. So we'll check out Mike Scioscia starting lineup for the Angels now at 11-11. After that sweep of the Kansas City Royals. Escobar leading things off at third. Ortega gets a start at left. Mike Trout in center. Albert Pujols DHing once again. Cole Calhoun in right. Andrelton Simmons at short. C.J. Cron at first. Remember Cron with terrific numbers against Texas last year. Soto is behind the plate tonight. The former Ranger Johnny Givitello batting ninth, playing second. They are taking on a 36-year-old right-hander, native of Bakersfield, California. His name is Kobe Lewis.
Kobe Lewis fastball is around the 86 to 91 range. Slider, curveball, changeup. My go-to is to be successful against Kobe Lewis. Middle of the order power, a lot of power. 381 combined average in middle of the order with 8 home runs and 23 RBI. And pressure early in the game. He has had a lot of problems against the Angels, especially his last 9 games, ERA over 9. So create that doubt in his mind early on with some good swings.
Take a look at the Texas Rangers defensively tonight. Rua, Desmond, and Mazzara in the outfield from left to right. Beltre, Andrews, Odor, and Moreland from third to first, and Halladay behind the plate.
And Mazzara has really swung the bat well, but he's also defended that right field position very well. 1 outfield assist so far. He also made a couple really good plays in that position. 16 start for Texas in right field.
Texas currently leading the American League West by a half game with a 12-10 mark. They're 8-4 here at home, 4-6 out on the road, and 8-5 within the division. The Angels are 6-4 against the West. You mentioned Kobe Lewis. His numbers against the Angels are not pretty at all, and over the last 9 starts, even worse, an ERA of 9. This year, he's made 2 starts here. He's made 2 starts on the road. On the road, he's been stellar. 12 innings, 2 runs, 1 home run, and his ERA is 1.5 at home. 12 innings, 16 hits, 7 runs, and 5 home runs allowed.
Certainly a hitter's park over the years here in Arlington.
Yurnel Escobar ready to lead things off, hitting .281, 3 home runs, 7 RBIs, and he will take a strike. Escobar in Wednesday's finale against Kansas City ended up going 1 for 5. The Angels managed a total of 5 hits, but they were well-placed hits. Well-timed as well. Angels didn't even have an opportunity with a man in scoring position. Still picked up the 4-2 victory. 1-1. Fouled back. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's a pretty good swing right there by Escobar against Lewis, whose average fastball you saw right there at 87, which is the 5th slowest as far as an average fastball. But he does spot the fastball very, very well, though.
Rangers re-signing Kobe Lewis in the offseason. Escobar takes outside, did not go on the appeal. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bach and Bob Davidson calling the balls and strikes tonight. Lance Barrett at first, the crew chief Dale Scott at second, and Ramon De Jesus at third base. 2-2 now. And there's full count. Rafael Ortega on deck. Warm, muggy night in Arlington. Here comes the payoff. And that's driven out towards center field. Desmond got a good jump on it and almost mistimes the jump, and he tracks it down. And there's out number 1 to start the game.
Yeah, he's starting to do a pretty solid job in the outfield. We saw him early in the season in left field making that adjustment from a shortstop to an outfielder. Now playing in center field. Got a good jump, but then the timing wasn't almost there for him. Was able to hang up there long enough to catch that well-hit baseball by Escobar.
Desmond signing a 1-year deal in the offseason with Texas. Ortega slices one out the left. Rua moves back a couple of steps. 2 down.
And the Hyundai key for this game for the Angels to be successful, especially against Kobe Lewis. A little Old Dominion, little snap back. Have him look back to see how far some of these swings will go when they square up the baseball against them. Mentioned last 9 games, 1-7 for Lewis against the Angels, an ERA over 9, but 10 home runs allowed.
Trout hitting .295, 5 home runs, 13 runs batted in. He will look at a strike. Mike now with an 8-game hitting streak. He went 1 for 4 Wednesday with that 2-run blast. Lines this one out to shallow center field. Desmond was playing deep, so that'll fall in there for a hit. So make that a 9-game hitting streak now for Trout, and Pujols will get an opportunity.
Boy, Trout's coming into this game, the last 8 games, batting average at .429 with 4 home runs. Gets a base hit there, allowing Albert Pujols to come to the plate. Who also has some good numbers career-wise against Lewis. .346 with 3 home runs.
Albert's batting average on the year at .169. 0 for 3 Wednesday. 3 infielders on the left side, and Bob Davidson calls the high strike.
In that fastball, 87. Colby Lewis is settling in that spot for the most part this entire season. His average fastball right at 87.
Desmond in center, playing very deep with Pujols up. Ground ball back up the middle. Odor going to take it himself. They force out Trout, and the inning is over. We're to the bottom of the first. Hector Santiago on the mound for the Angels with no score. Jeff Bannister's lineup for the Texas Rangers. They are 12-10, sitting atop the American League West. And Rougned Odor will lead things off and play second base. Nomar Mazara in right, Adrian Beltre at third. Prince Fielder, the DH, he's off to a slow start. Ian Desmond's been red hot of late. He's in center. Mitch Moreland at first. Elvis Andrus been carrying the team, Gooby. 13 runs batted in. He's the shortstop. Brian Rua in left, and Brian Holiday behind the plate. And he is batting ninth. Taking on Hector Santiago, making his 5th start. 2-0. 2.70 ERA.
And he has really thrown the ball well here in Texas. 5-0 in his career, ERA barely over 2. My go-tos, though, for Hector to be successful here once again, continue that fastball. Consistency and focus is a must. First pitch to the last pitch.
Second time that Hector has faced the Rangers. Got a no decision. That was his first start of the season. With 6 innings, gave up 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, and had 7 strikeouts. Odor takes a strike to even the count. He's batted in that leadoff spot for 4 straight games, this being his 5th. 241 average, 3 home runs, 14 runs batted in. No Delino DeShields Jr. He's been mired in a slump. This is lined into center. And Odor is on board with a leadoff single. Looked like a breaking pitch. It was up.
Again, it's amazing how well he has swung the bat in his career against Hector, coming in. .474 batting average and another base hit.
Rafael Ortega in left, Mike Trout at center, Cole Calhoun in right. The infield, Yunel Escobar and Andrelton Simmons on the left side. Johnny Giavitello and C.J. Cron on the right. Giovanni Soto behind the plate.
And Cole Calhoun, especially with Hector, a fly ball pitcher. Cole's been very, very good once again this season. A Gold Glove winner last year. 1 outfield assist, no errors. Had a career high 11 outfield assists for the Halos in his Gold Glove season last year.
Nomar Mazara. Made his big league debut against the Angels and had a 3-hit performance. Getting 345. This is his 16th big league game. 2 doubles, 2 home runs, 6 runs batted in. Just turned 21 3 days ago. Native of the Dominican Republic. 6'4", 215 is what he's listed at. Called up when Shin-Soo Choo got placed on the 15-day disabled list. And that was the tail end of that 4-game series against the Rangers at the Big A. So the first, and it's awfully close.
And 1 pickoff this season so far for Hector, 12 in his career. And Odor with 4 stolen bases in 4 attempts so far this year, so he's been successful doing that.
Bizarre last year, the Rangers minor league player of the year, 296 combined between AA and AAA. 14 home runs and 69 runs batted in.
Notice that wide stance he has, and then he closes the stance once the pitcher is going to deliver the baseball. But still, you would think because of that stance, you close it up, and then you're still going to be looking for something on the inner half of the plate.
Good lead for Odor. This is broken bat, soft liner foul. Even to count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, the book is still being written on Mazar. Obviously a very talented kid. He did not look flustered at all when he made his big league debut.
No.
In Southern California.
Well, his numbers so far on breaking balls in the strike zone, 462 batting average on breaking pitches. So right here you would think that Hector may indeed try to go high fastball against him. Try to finish him off.
1-2. Ground ball over to second base. Giavotella flips it over to Simmons for 1, and they take out Simmons. Now the question is that new slide rule, if that will come into play as Mike Scioscia steps up onto the warning track. That'd be a bona fide slide. And he went through the bag.
And again, there's been some history amongst Odor. That's a pretty late slide.
Yeah.
But, you know, remember last year when he had that hard slide in on Giavotella that last weekend of the season, the players were pretty upset with that last year. I'm sure they're going to be upset with him again tonight. That's a late slide and through that elbow right at the leg of Simmons. A dangerous play. Let's go back to last year. That late slide well past the base. Cleats into the leg of Johnny Giavotella. A late slide there past the base. The guys did not forget that one as it is. Yeah, when you flip that ball, a little bit slow of a flip for Giavotella, you really put your shortstop Aaron Simmons in a vulnerable position.
Well, I mean, when you talk about that, the rule that Major League Baseball instituted this year, a runner sliding into second base has to make a bona fide attempt to not just slide into the base, but also remain on the base. But runners will not be allowed to change their pathway to the base in the middle of a slide to break up a double play. That's the one thing that stands out. He kind of goes out of his way. See where Simmons is at. He's on the outfield side of the bag.
And that's a pretty late slide also. Yeah. Real late towards the base. It wasn't at the base, but it's very close to it. Now, Odor plays old school way as far as a hard takeout at second. But at some point, the Angels will try to get that opportunity back. And Odor with a hard slide, I'm sure.
I guess the argument here for Dale Scott, the crew chief, that's the gentleman that Scioscia's talking to right now, that he's calling that slide what they call a quote-unquote bona fide slide. So he's not going to call him for interference. I mean, that's not a slide at the bag. That's a slide towards Simmons, even though he can reach back at the bag. Yep. And this is where that whole gray area comes into play when you're talking about the new slide rule in effect, obviously, because of that whole Chase Utley situation last playoffs.
It's there to protect an infielder at that second base or even third base if it was going to be.
Here's a look at the rule that we're talking about.
And they are going to indeed check this. And why would you not at this point?
And I wonder if Scioscia is just asking for this to be a crew chief review so that it doesn't affect, you know, the rest of the game, and if he should lose this and not have a challenge the rest of the way.
That's a good point, because it can be a crew chief review, because this is one of the rules that was changed and put into effect to start the season.
Again, it's to me, especially with some of the things that Major League Baseball continues to tweak, it's become subject to interpretation. You know, when they use the term bona fide slide, it's in quotation marks. And you know, what is a bona fide slide? I mean, the game has evolved over 100 years, and the slides are completely different. Did Rougned Odor mean to hurt Simmons in that play? No, I don't think so. To me, that's a clean play.
Yes.
That's all. I think it's a totally clean play. But with the new rules that are in place, might as well at least have them check it out.
And could you have turned a double play on that baseball? Probably not, because it was hit slow enough.
Right.
But still, the slide's a slide.
Right. And the Angels are challenging this. So it is a challenge, and that's why Dale Scott has got the headset on, talking with New York. I think we've all grown up playing baseball a certain way. Now you're trying to tweak it every single year, it seems, with a new rule or a new adaptation to something. But again, in our opinion, it's a clean slide by Odor by baseball standards compared to last year on Giavotella.
Yeah, that was really a late slide. But this is a pretty late slide, too. The intent there is to try to prevent a double play. It's not to get to the base. But, again, we grew up watching, and I played with Hal McRae. He was very, very good as far as preventing any opportunity at all in a double play turn.
So they're upholding the call, and that is no interference. So out at second, safe at first on a fielder's choice. And if it's an Angels challenge, the Angels are out of challenges. So 1 out, 1 on, and Adrian Beltre up. We are out of challenges now. Here's Adrian Beltre.
But trust me, Mike Scioscia is not happy with that slide there from Odor, remembering what happened last year, too.
Beltre hitting .298, 3 home runs and 13 runs batted in. Down and in. 2 balls and no strikes.
Beltre has rolled into 3 double plays this year at this point.
.3-0.
And he will be swinging 3-0. So if you're Hector, you got to make sure you have a purpose with this pitch. Hit a spot.
.3-0 pitch. Off speed. Took something off that pitch. Caught the inside corner. And it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Prince Fielder on deck. Mazar with a very short lead over at first base. That's hit towards short. Liner. They get the second out, and that's it. Mazar wasn't that far off the first. Sounded like Beltre got that one a little bit off the end of the bat. So 2 outs now, and here comes Fielder.
Well, it was a good pitch when you think about it in a fastball count, something all speed. And Hector, he's really did a nice job as far as using his changeup in fastball counts. He's had a great fastball, average velocity up about 2 miles per hour, but he also has had a real good feel for his off speed.
Three infielders on the right. Giavotella out in shallow right field. Fielder, slow start for him. A 190 average, 2 home runs, 15 runs batted in. Got up to somewhat of a slow start last year as well before he picked it up. Hooks this one foul out in front of the off-speed pitch, and it's 0-2. Second deck, by the way, on an off-speed pitch.
Yeah. And generally, when a guy is struggling, that's the one pitch he may be able to hit, is the off-speed. He's still not quick enough to catch up to a good fastball. So a fastball, outer part of the plate, try to keep it down. Should be able to finish him off. Avoid that inner part of the plate right now, and lets us off the plate in. When we talk about shifts, the Angels at number 5 in baseball with 241 shifts being put on before this game tonight. Another one on here with Prince Fielder.
Hector pitching in his 18th game, 15th start of his career against Texas, 6-2 with a 3.33 ERA. Ground ball toward first. Crone's got it, and the inning is over. No runs ahead, 1 left on. We will head to the second, scoreless. Simmons and Crone coming up for the Angels. Colby Lewis gave up a 2-out single to Mike Trout, nothing more. Hector Santiago gave up a single to Odor, and nothing more in his first inning. Cole swinging first pitch, fouls it off to the left. Calhoun at 256, 4 doubles, 2 home runs. 9 runs batted in.
.297 career hitter against Texas with 9 home runs, 6 in this ballpark.
Oh, for his last 13. Shift on against Cole. And hits one into the shift. That's Odor, the second baseman, throwing out Calhoun, 1 down. Every game matters. Host a business function or celebrate a special occasion in your own private suite at Angel Stadium. Suite rentals offer all-inclusive food and beverage packages. Visit angels.com/suites for more info. Andrelton Simmons picking up his first home run of the season the other day as he lines this one past a diving Elvis Andrus as he picks up his first hit of the night.
Well, when you're going through a scouting report, when you're facing the Angels, you know when you got Calhoun and Simmons, they're going to be aggressive on the first pitch. So if you make a mistake anywhere near middle away of the plate, it's going to be hit hard. And that's exactly what happened there to Simmons.
You can add Escobar to
Escobar
that
there too. Yes.
triumvirate right there.
You always feel if you're on your game, you have a chance of getting deeper in the ball game if you're making your pitches. If you're not, and they're aggressive, and you make mistakes with a fastball or so first pitch, you're going to give up a lot of runs early.
Texas playing well at home of late. They've won 6 of the last 7. Here's Crone. Takes off the plate. CJ hitting 180 with a home run. 3 runs batted in. 360 last year with a couple of home runs against Texas.
And with Lewis, a lot of pitches on that outer part of the plate, especially against right-handed batters, living away.
This one back up the middle, right to Odor, positioned perfectly. Inning-ending double play. To the bottom of the second we go, scoreless. Second, as always, on the road. Angels traveling well with fans. They were here early. No batting practice, though. Oh, what's he crushing? Is that the boomstick dog?
We saw a few of them around here already today.
That thing is unbelievable. Oh,
Look at that, the reaction with the heads. That's perfect.
Sausage Sunday, they call it. Good, let's get your name written all over.
Oh, no question.
That's something you can manhandle as Ian Desmond takes a strike. Desmond's been hot of late. He lifts this one the right side of the infield. Crone gets called off by Giavotella.
That's a real good off-speed pitch. You see Desmond looked like he was trying to turn on it and ended up pulling his whole body, and his head flew off the normal swing and ends up popping it up. Second base. See, flying open, and he has no idea where he even hit that baseball initially. That's a good off-speed pitch by Hector.
That's always seems to be his swing. Trying to turn on everything.
So if you're throwing fastball in, you better get it in off the plate, because he is extremely quick on a fastball inside, as you can tell by that swing.
Mitch Moreland, the first baseman, at the plate. Just missed. .239 average for Moreland, a couple of home runs and 7 RBIs. Wind's blowing in from the south, but it's not that typical south wind. Ball always carries here well, especially out toward right center. There are the flags. A couple of changes here to Globe Life Park this year. They've added a scoreboard out in left center field above the office building, and the new LED lighting throughout the ballpark.
It really looks good.
What the Mariners did last year at Safeco Field.
With the Angels with the shift on against Mitch Moreland, we have a spray chart to show you how much he's hit that ball to that side of the field. The percentage is amazing. Well, what you see, what he's done this year compared to last year, the shift being on against him 77% of the time, batting average of 231. And then last year, just 53% of the time the shift was on against me at 282. So there's a lot of ground balls to that right side of the infield. That's why you have that shift on. Spray chart will validate it.
That'll leave it up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. This is line to center. Hung it over the heart of the plate. A 1-out single puts a man on. Second hit for Texas. Elvis Andrus coming up.
Ends up beating the shift there. Just 18% of his baseballs put in play or that side of the field to stay back in the well. The reason why it was an off-speed pitch. He can keep his hands back long enough, hit that ball up the middle.
A lot of talks about the shifts lately.
Yeah.
People complaining about them.
It worked well for the Angels against Kansas City in that last homestand.
Elvis Andrus hitting .343. 4 doubles, 3 triples, 13 runs batted in. Texas third in the American League in runs scored with 95. They've been doing a majority of it without the long ball.
Cut fastball inside. Andrus has done a fantastic job as far as a batting average on inside fastballs. .529 batting average on fastballs inside.
Calhoun very shallow in right field. See that swing right there. That's just trying to go to right with it.
That's why you see Cole playing a more shallow right field than he normally would, to take away that little flare in the right field. But I still believe you pitch him away, soft away, and play him away. He's quick inside. You can pitch him backwards, pitch him in late, but still a dangerous spot.
Out toward right, Cole moving over, back a couple of steps, puts it away, 2 down.
Exactly what they did. All speed away, play him away, fly ball to right. Good decision. Soto and Hector worked very well together. Going with that all-speed pitch, fly ball to right field. Now here's another hitter who's extremely aggressive. First pitch fastball. You have to be careful. Location, first pitch against him.
Ryan Rua getting to start in left field tonight with Desmond in center, to Shields on the bench. 1 double, 1 RBI for Rua. Pretty much has an entire catcher's shin guard on that left leg. One ball, 1 strike. Earl got 28 games back in 2014, 28 games last year, playing in his 11th game this year with Texas. Lifts this one out to right. Slicing toward the foul line, long run for Cole. 2 complete here, Texas. Angels have 8-9-1 coming up. Still scoreless.
Rainbow out beyond the right center field area at this ballpark. Large ballpark that is Globe Life.
Beautiful rainbow. And that's not Richie Blackmore's rainbow of the band.
Giovanni Soto to lead things off. He swings through the first one. He fouls it back. Soto, Giovitella, and Escobar due up for the Angels here. Gets Colby Lewis, who's allowed 2 singles and nothing more. Soto hitting .304 with a home run. 4 runs batted in. Takes a strike. Former Ranger. Last year with the White Sox. 1-2. That's hit out to deep left field. Rua going back, and Soto arigato.
Mr. Roboto.
Soto. Big fly for Giovanni. 1-0 Angels. Second of the season, 5th RBI.
And he crushed that one. Hanging slider. And what a perfect swing on that hanging slider. Don't get those baseballs back too often when you get that over the middle of the plate like that. And Soto made sure he did not get that one back.
Johnny Giovitella lines a single to left. Home run, and now a single as we go back and take a look at that swing by Giovanni.
Well, he stayed back on it well, too, especially on a breakable. A lot of times you pull off the pitch, but you're in protect mode with 2 strikes, and it's hanging, drifting back over the plate and drifts well out in the stands. So we talked about that in the opening. You expect your stars to come through with Pujols and Trout, but it's the other guys that really put together some good swings, including that one by Giovanni Soto.
Here's Yunel Escobar. Escobar fly ball to center to lead off the game. He will look at a strike.
Again, everything seems to be away. Slider, fastball. At this point, Bob Davison is calling that outer part of the plate.
Good lead for Giovitella. Escobar fouls it off down the right field line, slicing out of play. No balls and 2 strikes. A lot of pitches away against righties by Colby Lewis so far tonight. Whether little cut fastballs or sliders. Did jam Trout. Trout fought it off and picked up a single. .418 feet for the Soto home run. 1-2. 10th career home run for Soto here in this ballpark.
You know, I just think if you're a right-handed batter against Colby Lewis, good command of the outer part of the plate, but you just look away. You can still adjust. It's not as firm as it used to be on a fastball inside.
This one out toward right. Mazzara moving over, has a beat on it. 1 down. So Ortega will bat. He lined out on 1 pitch in the first inning. That's all they saw was 1 pitch. He's 0 for 1. Came in batting .313. Now 10 for 33. Playing in his 10th game. A couple of runs batted in. Beltran on the grass. Takes that one outside.
In a pretty good combination here. Giovitella can run a little bit. Ortega can handle the bat. Very difficult to steal against Colby Lewis. Has not allowed a stolen base in 4 attempts against him this year. Quick to the plate.
Giamatello takes off. The hit and run is on, and this one goes foul.
That's a good decision by Soch to have some movement, because to do a straight steal against Colby Lewis is difficult. His times at the plate are very quick. It's around that 115 to 125 range as far as times to the plate, which is above average as far as quickness to the plate.
And like Hector Santiago, does not waste a whole lot of time on the mound. Fairly quick worker. One. Take a chasing that pitch. 1-2.
Change up, chase that out of the strike zone. Almost the type of swing you have when a hit and run is on, or at least you think that's on.
Trout on deck. 1-0 Angels. It's down low. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
It's a veteran move against a young hitter. You got him to swing at that change up the pitch before. He came right back with the exact same pitch. This time, Ortega takes it.
Ground ball towards second. Odor has it. He's Andrews for 1, and that's it. Ortega replaces Giamatello at first base. 2 outs now, and Trout coming up.
And now it's time for you in the driver's seat. Brought to you by IKEA with Mike Trout coming to the plate. And Trout, most home runs off any particular pitcher in his career. King Felix at the top of that list with 5, but Colby Lewis right below him with 4, and Darvish also with 4. Looking to get number 5, and got number 5 earlier this year against Felix Hernandez.
Trout 1 for 1 with a base hit out to center. Breaking ball for a strike. Alfredo Griffin over at first base tonight. Gary DiSarcina tending to family matters, so Fredo taking over first base coach, who's very familiar with that role. No balls, 2 strikes. Home run that Colby Lewis allowed to Giovanni Soto to lead off this 3rd inning. It's the 7th that he's allowed this year, the 6th here in this ballpark. Trout reaches for this one and hits one out to shallow center. Desmond, fooled on the swing there, still able to get there and make the catch for the 3rd out. The Angels get on the board. Gooby on the Soto blast to left.
Boy, what a perfect swing on an 0-2 pitch, hanging breaking ball, and he made Colby Lewis pay for it. 2nd home run of the season for Soto.
Bottom of the third inning. Dr. Santiago will take over on the mound here. Holiday, Odor, and Mazzara.
Good spot on that fastball there from Hector.
Holiday, the catcher, playing in his 12th game. 188 batting average. Robinson Chirino on the disabled list. Double and 3 runs batted in for Holiday. Picked up earlier this year from the Tigers. No strikeouts, no walks, 2 singles allowed by Santiago. This one out to right. Well, he's got a good feel for that off-speed pitch today.
That's 3 straight fly balls to Cole in right field. After 2 ground ball outs in the first inning for Hector. Always been known more so as a fly ball pitcher, but he's got more ground ball outs this year than he has in the past.
One out, nobody on, and here's Odor. Singled in the first. 10 for 20 in his career now against Hector. Hector stepped on for a second as they were readjusting the infield defense.
And you got to try to keep the fastball down. You're Hector when you're facing Odor. How great was that motion there by Soto? Exact same thing. Keep that pitch down. Motion to him. And he completed the mission. See Soto back there. Curveball sign. Wants that ball down and gets it down and gets a swing out of it.
Jammed him with a fastball up and in. Ortega racing toward the foul line, and he will make the catch as he goes into a slide. 2 down.
There is some coverage in the outfield for this Angel club. Ortega, center fielder, playing left. Good coverage. Slides in on this one. Makes the play. We know Trout out in center, and certainly the Gold Glover out in the right, and Cole Calhoun.
Mazzara 0 for 1 as he reached on a fielder's choice in his first plate appearance. Texas 6th in the American League in team batting average, 14th in home runs, 3rd in runs. Said they've swung bat much better, especially here at home over the last 7 games. So they've won 6. They've hit 300 as a team. Good hitter's yard, spacious outfield. Jet stream out to right. Winds have died down now. That one misses outside.
Again, that's all part of the scouting report. 0-2 count. You think I'm going to throw a breaking ball? You mentioned earlier, Mazzaro 462 against breaking pitches. Tried to sneak that fastball away. Going back at fastball again. And you notice the nails from Soto be able to pick it up as a pitcher. They're the little stickers that are on the fingernail of Giovanni Soto. The shake off to come right back with a fastball. Shook it off to a changeup. See, the reason why a catcher will put down the fastball and you shake off a couple times, because a hitter, most times when you see a pitcher shaking off a pitch, it's going to go to a breaking ball. Try to trick him and go with a fastball. Instead, Hector ended up wanting to throw something off speed.
Two again. This was foul back. Fastball at 92.
Haven't quite seen that 94, 95 yet from Hector. In some ballparks, the radar gun's a little bit slower than others. When you look at the average fastball, though, Hector up quite a bit this year.
Pretty good pitch, just missed. Full count. And while it's a muggy night in North Texas, temperature mild now at 69 after the rains came through. Payoff on the way. Got away with one.
Yeah, that's that breaking ball that he's hit so well, and that was upstairs. All speed.
Beltre's on deck and almost directly behind home plate, trying to get a scouting report on Santiago. Angels getting a run in the third. Lead-off home run by Giovanni Soto. Good battle here between Santiago and Mazzara.
Found on some tough fastballs. That was well off the outside corner. The late movement from Hector. 10 pitches already in this at bat. Hector up to 49, and keep in mind Houston Street on the disabled list. The bullpen a little bit different. Quite a few pitches early on for Hector.
Cam Bedrosian called up to take Houston's spot. And there's a called strike 3. Mazzara knew it, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Hector Santiago. 3 complete, 1-0 Angels. Lewis, no strikeouts, no walks, 4 hits allowed, and a home run was part of that. Albert 0 for 1. Fielder's choice to end the first. Missed it.
Yeah, not many pitches on that part of the plate against a right-handed batter so far for Lewis, and that was for show. At 87, you can still adjust to that one. Now back away.
Well, as it starts to get a little bit darker here, see the impact of the lighting. This LED light in the field
It really looks
much
nice.
brighter.
Yes, feels almost like it's a day game.
Yeah. 2-1. Downstairs. 3 balls and a strike. There, the new LED lighting. Albert lifts one out towards center field. Desmond is there and almost dead in his tracks. One down.
Right fielder Cole Allen.
Fifth fly ball out for Colby Lewis. Halos, by the way, that home run by Soto have now homered in 8 straight games. And in those 8 games, 15 home runs. They only had 6 in the first 15 games of the year. Cole grounded out. His first at bat.
High fastball. Cole's been doing a nice job as far as not chasing that, but that was a pitch that he can drive real hard to left center field. Just missed that one. Cole, a .393 hitter career-wise with a home run against Lewis coming into this game.
That's out toward right field, and Mazzara comes in, and he'll make the catch. Nice play by the right fielder on a sinking liner. Off the bat, looked like it was going to fall in, but it's a nice play by the right fielder for out number 2.
And one of those plays, too, if you don't make, it's at least a double, if not a triple. You make that commitment to come in on the baseball. Mazzara's been very good in that outfield, real close to hitting that outfield grass before in the glove, but that long reach and stride he has. An outstanding play by Mazzaro.
Two outs, nobody on here. Simmons. Single to left. His first at bat. Breaking ball for a strike. Colby Lewis last year a 17-game winner for Texas. 17-9. 33 starts for them.
17 home runs for Simmons back in 2013 for Atlanta. So far, Mazzara can do a whole lot of everything real well. Hit, run, field his position. Another exciting young player in Major League Baseball.
Ground ball through the hole on the left side. Second hit of the game for Simmons. 2-out single.
It's another hit on an 0-2 pitch against Lewis also. And here's tonight's Cold Hard Facts, which are brought to you by Clean Crisp Coors Light. As far as the most difficult hitter to strike out, Simmons amongst that top. The Angels itself strike out the fewest amount of times of any team in Major League Baseball. They've done that twice for a full season. That's 0-2 and 0-3 as a club. So far, very significant as far as putting the ball in play and not striking out. Example there on an 0-2 pitch.
And for now, they lead by quite a bit. I think the Giants second. Here's Crone 0 for 1. Grounded into a double play to end the second inning. Taylor's with 5 hits so far tonight. Reaching for this one. He'll flare that out to center. Another 2-strike hit.
And we talked about the Angels don't strike out. Another example of it, just trying to put it in play. So his last at bat in the third inning. An 0-2 pitch. Hanging breaking ball. Hits it out of the ballpark. Second of the season for Giovanni Soto. This is when, as a pitcher, you struggle against a club. This is when the doubt starts creeping in on you that a potential big inning can go against you now.
Holiday's going to go on, talk things over with Colby. Interesting looking sky above the ballpark right now. Dark clouds, got orange glow to it as well.
I do love these lights here, though.
Yeah, lights are awesome. Soto pulls one to left. 3 straight hits. Simmons going to be waved in. Rua comes up firing. The throw is going to be tardy. And it is 2-0 Angels on 3 straight singles.
A nice swing again by Soto. Good base running, too, by Simmons. Not only he got off to a quick jump, but he cut that angle going around third base to allow Ron Renicky to send him home, and he scores rather easily with the second run. And another pitch, it was down middle part of the plate. It looked like another one of those backup sliders. Could have been an all-speed pitch changeup, but a great angle for Simmons to score rather easily against Rua, who has a pretty good throwing arm.
Doug Brocail, the pitching coach, out to pay a visit. First of the night. 49 pitches for Lewis, 37 strikes. So he's been around the zone.
Yeah, and he's always going to be around the strike zone. 37 strikes to the 49 pitches. Being sometimes you can throw too many strikes. I know that sounds odd, but when you're not overpowering, you're around the strike zone a lot, you're going to get hit quite a bit.
Was it a burden throwing that many strikes?
Well, I never really had a problem with that. That was overrated. Again, like hitting a golf ball in the fairway. That's not fun.
It is not fun.
No.
Correct. Givatella takes low. Crow, the base runner, at second. Soto at first. Johnny is single in his first at bat, so he's 1 for 1. 2-0 Angels. We're in the 4th. Really 4 straight well hit baseballs. Coles was hit well to right. Mazar made a nice play on.
Again, you know when you take the mound who you struggle against, and there's no doubt that Colby remembers the fact that he has struggled a lot throughout his whole career, and especially in his last 9 games against the Angels.
And a guy like Colby Lewis, as long as he's been around, I guess it doesn't really matter. The players are no longer around that faced him early on in his career.
You still remember the team, the colors of the team's uniform. For some reason, you just struggle against certain teams. Or vice versa, when you play well against a team, it doesn't matter who's on the mound.
3-1.
Now this is an opportunity for Givatella to be patient, look for a pitch in his zone. He's pretty much going to get the same pitch. If he takes this borderline pitch, he'll get the same one, 3-1, 3-2. So you got to have some patience. Drive one if you get one.
This one's out to right. Mazar moving back on it, has a beat. And he'll put it away for the 3rd out. But the Angels tack on a run on 3 straight 2-out hits with the bottom of the 4th. Part of the order coming up for Texas. The Angels up 2-0. FS1 is Buster Posey and the Giants take on the Metropolitans of New York. It all starts at 12:30 p.m. on FS1 or watch it live on Fox Sports Go. Halos up 2-0. Beltre, fielder Desmond coming up for the Rangers. Hector Santiago has retired 5 straight since giving up a single to Moreland in the second inning. 1 strikeout, no walks, and 2 singles allowed by Hector. Beltre fouling off the first pitch. He lined out Tangleton Simmons in the first. 0 for 1.
And Beltre very good himself on high pitches so far this season. Had a batting average coming in this game at .500 on high strikes. You see that right there, the batting average on high pitches in or away. That could have been called a strike there. Slow curveball outside part of the plate, but then that's a scary spot against Beltre. He is very good on pitches upstairs.
Off the end of the bat.
Changeup.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's feeling really confident with that changeup tonight.
That's a huge pitch for him to go along with his fastball. He doesn't quite have the same velocity early on, so they're still looking for that 94, 95. They remember that in Anaheim.
This is lined to short again. That's twice. 1 down.
That's why you have fielders, and that's why you throw strikes, especially one like that at shortstop.
Fielder grounded out to Crone in the first. 0 for 1.
Three infielders on the right side of the infield against Fielder, but in the outfield, Shea didn't hit the ball the other way. He's got real good power to left center field when he hits the ball in the air.
Two balls, no strikes. This one skied behind the plate towards the first base dugout. Soto does not have room as it lands in the seats.
Especially when you're going by that on-deck circle. Not an easy thing to do as a catcher. As you see, Soto was looking down just to make sure he didn't step on something. You have some bats. You have the weights for the bats. And then the on-deck circle itself can be slippery.
Boy, jammed him nicely. Broke his bat. Crone will take it himself. 2 outs. Every moment matters when the Angels take on the Rays Friday, May 6th at 7:05. Fans in attendance will receive an Angels selfie stick courtesy of Farmer John as part of a Guinness World Records official attempt. Visit angels.com/promotion to get your tickets today.
Looking forward to that one.
So you're walking around earlier today with your selfie stick.
Yes.
Here's Ian Desmond. Desmond popped out to Giavotella leading off the second. Swings through the fastball. This is punched to the right side, went down and away from him. Desmond picks up a 2-out single. Third hit allowed by Hector.
This is a good piece of hitting. Well located fastball, 93-mile-an-hour fastball. And Desmond goes with the pitch. Location is there. Hector hits his location, but he stayed back on that one well. This time he didn't have that effort, or at least the thought process of trying to pull that baseball.
Moreland takes up and away. Single in the second. Pick off, throw to second. Desmond is out. He'll take that for the third out of the inning.
Second pick off of the season for Hector. Finishes off the inning. He was to lead 2-0.
Fox Sports West is brought to you by Subaru Loves Promise. Subaru's pledge is to do right by the communities in which we all live and work. And by El Pollo Loco. Try the new double chicken salads today. Top of the fifth inning. Halos up by the score of 2-0. Giovanni Soto. Both RBIs, a home run in the third and a single in the fourth. Now Escobar will take his base, getting hit by a pitch.
And it's a backup breaking ball once again. He's done thrown a couple of those pitches during the course of the game. He's got hurt on this one. Backs up and hits Escobar.
Yunel had been 0 for 2 with a couple of fly ball outs.
First batter that Lewis has hit this year.
Ortega, the fly ball to left and the fielder's choice, so he's 0 for 2.
That was one of those pitches you would think, not necessarily a pitch out, but by design to go up and away just in case there was some action there, whether it's a hit and run or a bunt. They'll have the back pick against Escobar first.
Ground ball toward short. Andrews toward door. Kimorta, double play. Second one the Angels have hit into tonight. 2 down, bases clear for Trout.
Center fielder Mike Trout.
Trout 0 for 2. Or pardon me, 1 for 2 with a single and a fly ball to center. Oh, it's the 26th double play the Angels have hit into this year. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Curveball from Lewis. That was a pretty good pitch. It's lower part of the strike zone did not get called. Trout looking to drive something to center, to right center.
Drives this one out toward right center field. Devlin playing deep. Mazzara was shading him that way, and he'll put it away. And the Angels are done here in the 5th. Head to the bottom of the inning. Still 2-0 Halos.
By Ram Trucks. Hector Santiago has really improved this part of his game. A very quick pick-off move done perfectly. Throws over to C.J. Cron and a perfect feed over to shortstop as Simmons got to come back to the base. Perfect feed, fly the tag, finish off the inning. Well done by all. But Hector's really done a nice job now. His 13th career pickoff. 2nd this season.
Moreland was at the plate when Desmond got picked off. He will lead things off, skying 1 to left. 1 down.
That was up there for a long time.
Yeah.
We love those quick outs. This is the first pitch out for Hector. Has now faced 16 batters, 8 first pitch strikes.
Elvis Andrus, a fly ball to right field in the 2nd, is 0 for 1.
The top batting averages entering in the game tonight. Mark Trumbo at the top. Ian Kinsler off to a very good start. And then Elvis Andrus hit the ball very well to all fields so far this year.
Baltimore leading the White Sox. Speaking of Mark Trumbo. 0 for 3 tonight. He is off to a red hot start. Manny Machado also for the Orioles.
That team can hit some home runs.
Old school Orioles, right?
Yes.
Earl Weaver's favorite 3-run blast.
When you got that type of lineup with that many guys that can hit the ball out of the ballpark, you're pretty comfortable doing so. Lead in that AL East. 13-8 coming into this game tonight. Interesting reaction there by Andrus, who hits fastballs very well. Fastball count, gets one, and does still not make good contact. That's a good idea, a good indication how deceptive Hector Santiago's fastball is, because he hides it so well.
2-2. In tight, full count. Rua on deck. Payoff on the way. This one out toward left center. Long run for Ortega. He's there. 2 down as the lightning flashes in the sky. Scott Beretta telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts or descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. Two outs, nobody on, and here comes Rua. Left fielder 0 for 1 with a fly ball to right. Nine outs via the air for Hector Santiago. That accounts the 2-line drives Beltre's hit. Two 2-0. Rua gets into one to deep left field, and the Rangers are on the board on a 2-0 pitch. It's 2-1 Angels as Ryan Rua hits his first of the season.
You know he's very good on a fastball. You put yourself in one of those counts, and it was a down and in fastball. And Rua did not miss that one. 5th home run allowed by Hector. All 5 of those home runs have been against right-handed batters. And he's ready. He's got the leg kick, got the timing down. The foot is down, and then the barrel of the bat through the plate area, inner part of the plate, and out of the ballpark.
Holiday 0 for 1 with a fly ball to right. The catcher batting in the 9th spot. Now Soto's going to go out as Hector falls behind again at 2 balls and no strikes.
It's a good conversation, really, by Soto. These two have worked very well together. Spring training, the beginning part of the season, first 3 starts. 73 pitches, 48 of them strikes. And a little different setup as you get that pitch count up, what we're going to see out of the bullpen with Joe Smith closing, who ends up being the 8th inning guy tonight for the Angels.
Two and 1.
See, I like that pitch. I thought he was going to throw that 2-0 change up to Rua. Throw him a fastball down and in, and he hits it out. It's been very effective for him getting back in the counts this year, his changeup.
Little dribbler foul. Broken bat bouncer back to the mound. Santiago will flip to first. Inning is over, but Texas gets on the board on the Rua blast as we head to the 6th inning. Angels up 2-1. Sports West is brought to you by T-Mobile. Get Major League coverage. T-Mobile has doubled its 4G LTE in the last year. And by Energy Upgrade California. It's easy to stay golden at energyupgradeca.org. Albert Pujols to lead things off here in the 6th inning with the Angels up 2-1. Albert will be followed by Cole Calhoun, then Andrelton Simmons. Pujols 0 for 2, a fielder's choice and a fly ball to center. Albert lines one and off the glove of Andrews, who hurries up, fires to first, and Albert is able to get the single. Boy, you can see Elvis Andrews smelling a put out there.
That would have been one for the ages to be able to knock that line drive down by Albert and still have to go in and retrieve that baseball. That was hit very well just off the top of the glove and runs right after quickly. Then that strong throwing arm he has, but Albert down the line, infield hit, or infield / outfield hit.
Leadoff man on board for Cole is 0 for 2. Chasing the high fastball.
And he keeps getting the swing of that pitch. That's back-to-back at bats. High fastball. Very good career numbers at this ballpark. 6 home runs, 23 RBI in 27 games.
Cole now 0 for his last 15. It's single for Albert, the 8th hit for the Angels tonight. Back up the middle, off the glove of Lewis and into center. Pujols just thinking about it.
No, good idea. You're in scoring position with no outs. Don't want to press that issue with the foot either. Want to stay healthy. Another good swing by an Angel hitter, going right back up the middle. Everything's been away. That's a change up, and we're right back up the middle off the glove of Lewis. Go back to my key to this game, a Hyundai key. Snap back. Certainly that was on that line drive up the middle. There was another good swing used in the middle of the field.
It's good to snap out of that over. Bannister is coming out of the dugout, I think.
This might be more of a bringing the train around maybe to see Colby Lewis.
Ball hit off the glove. Now they're going to talk to Dale Scott. Not sure what they're challenging here.
Did they apply a tag to Albert at second base? Want to throw in?
Maybe.
As he rounded the base.
Well, if they did, it was very quietly. Obviously, the Rangers feel like they have a play.
Especially with first and second no outs.
Yeah.
It's worth the gamble for Bannister. If they feel indeed Albert wasn't back on the base.
Rangers are challenging. We're just not sure what they're challenging.
Well, it has to be something at second base for Dale Scott, it looks like, to come in.
Well, he's the crew chief, so he's going to be the guy that's always on there.
He's back at the base.
Yeah, the right foot's on the base. Yeah, his left foot came off, but the right foot seems to be on the base too.
And he's keeping that tag applied. You see a bit different angle. So the foot is back.
Yeah, the right foot.
And Odor.
Oh, they got him. Yep.
Base, he's still on the base at that point.
It looked like he lifted the foot there.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Texas Rangers challenge on the field under safe at second base.
Headsets are off, and he is out at second base.
Wow.
Foot came off the base. It's the right call. His foot came off the base.
And Odor just kept that tag on Albert.
So that an 8-4 put out.
Well, credit the bench and in that clubhouse for Texas to see that.
Yep.
And his foot's down, tag's there, and he keeps it there as he's trying to move his foot. You see just a little bit of separation, and the tag is still there. It's the right call.
Yeah. Well, if the tag's on you, why are you moving your foot? Simmons swinging first pitch, fouls it off. So instead of first and second, nobody out. Man at first now with one out. Andrelton is 2 for 2 with a couple of singles. This one's out to left field. Rua comes in, makes a catch. 2 outs.
Amazing how an inning can turn around. That's, I mean, when you're on the mound, all of a sudden you have an out with a man on first, and you think, okay, I get a double play ball. But it's first and second, no outs. You have to worry about a lot of different plays being put on.
Straight up rally killer. Especially after Texas just got on the board and cut the lead in half. Crone 1 for 2. Double play ball in the second, a single up the middle in the fourth.
Finally starting to get that batting average up of late. Well, that's for show. Fastball in. And what he does after that, generally he'll come back, especially against C.J. Cron, a slider away. If it's getting any part of that plate, you got to try to drive it out to right center field.
Gets underneath it, and the inning looks like it's going to be coming to an end here. What a shame the way this inning started, that the Angels get nothing out of it. Well, to the bottom of the 6th, 2-1. Angels on top. Halos up 2-1, bottom of the 6th inning. Top of the order now for the Texas Rangers in Odor, Mazara, and Beltrade. Hector at 77 pitches, 1 strikeout, no walks, and 4 hits allowed. Odor has one of them. He's 1 for 2 as he singled back in the fourth. Pardon me, the first. Escobar in on the grass at third. One ball, no strikes.
Big inning right now for Hector and the Angels. Put up a quick 0. See some lightning around the area.
Yeah, it's gonna. Seems like it's gonna miss us though. Thankfully, if we get anything at all, it'll be like light drizzle. It's an official game. 79 pitches thrown by Santiago. 52 strikes. And he's fallen behind here. At 3-0 to the leadoff man. Four-pitch walk to start the 6th. Every moment matters when the Angels take on the Rays Sunday, May 8th at 12:35 p.m. The first 20,000 adults in attendance will receive a Mother's Day beach tote courtesy of Thermador. Join us on Mother's Day. All you have to do is go to angels.com/promotions.
So proud mother there. Little one at the game. Can't wait for that. That's awesome.
First walk of the game for Santiago. It comes to the Speedio doors. Mazzara lofts one out to shallow right field. Here comes Cole Calhoun, and he's not going to get there. Short hops into the glove, fortunately for the Angels. And the Texas Rangers have their first 2 base runners on board to start the 6th. These are the parts of the game. You go back to that walk to Odor. You cannot get base runners this late in the game.
The Rangers' life in this ballpark. Great effort. We've seen so many times over the last couple of years Cole make that diving play, but that ball just in front of him luckily goes into the glove to keep a double play in order.
First hit of the night for Mazzara, so he's 1 for 3. Beltre, while he's 0 for 2, has hit 2 line drives to Andrelton Simmons. They'll take a 1-hopper to Simmons. Try to get 2 outs out of it. Off speed for a strike.
And Beltre has grounded into 3 double plays.
And again, you go back to that play of Albert at second base in the top of the inning, how much that swings momentum the other way. And all you can hope for is that the guy on the mound snuffs out that momentum.
Yeah, regains the momentum for your club.
Odor at second and Mazzara at first. Ground ball towards Simmons. Feeds Giavotella for 1. The relay back to first. Got him. Double play.
Good call. You didn't get the bullet at him, but it was a slow roll. But look how quick that transfer is from Simmons. Well, I was talking with Mike Scioscia about that before the game today. How quick his hands are. We're talking about he watched Ozzie Smith for a lot of years. And the throw over at second. I wonder if they're checking in the neighborhood play here. Well, now it's official. 6-4, 3 double play. But what a quick transfer and throw. Perfect throw over to Johnny Giavotella and a quick turn by Johnny.
Tying run at third base, 2 outs, and now Fielder coming up.
Again, the old in the neighborhood play used to be if you're close to the base. Now you have to be in contact with the base as you try to turn a double play. Good job by Hector getting that double play.
First one to Fielder off the plate. Prince tonight is twice grounded out to C.J. Cron. Last time breaking his bat.
I want to see how good this double play turn was. It's worthy of a Carl's Cam replay. Simmons, slow roller, but look how quick the transfer. And then the height of the throw. Belt high, letter high to allow Johnny Giavotella to complete the double play on Adrian Beltre. Well done by Simmons and Giavotella.
1 ball, 1 strike. Wind is picked up once again. Leadoff walk to Odor. He's standing at third base, representing the tying run. I'm not sure how there could be a cross-up with nobody at second base. But that is a cross-up.
Yes, it is.
You're going simple signs with nobody at second.
Looking
you would
for
think.
a slider, and you get a fastball. 91 almost gets Soto on the wrist.
Yeah.
Fortunate enough, it was a low fastball, not a high fastball, especially with a man on third.
And pretty close to being a strike.
Yes.
The 2-1 off the plate. 3-1. Desmond on deck.
Notice that Simmons is coming right back in just in case on the throw back. It's not caught by Hector. It's a backup by Simmons at short.
Does it every time with a man at third. Old school.
I like that a lot because you never know. Sometimes your focus goes away for a second as a pitcher, and the ball glances off your glove and a run scores.
3-1 hit towards second base, and that'll sneak through. That'll tie the game up. So that leadoff walk comes in to score, and it's a 2-2 game as Fielder picks up his 16th RBI and his 1,000th career RBI.
It was an off-speed pitch that's down. He went down and got it. Slider was down. Did a real nice job of bringing that body down, his legs lower, and gets that ball by Giavotella. A nice little applause from the fans here. 1,000th career RBI. 6 seasons with at least 100 or more RBI at a high of 141.
Now he's 8 shy of tying his dad Cecil. Desmond, Tardy on the fastball, and it's 0-1. Ranger center fielder popped down in his first at bat, singled, and it was picked off in the 4th. No balls, 2 strikes. Prince and Cecil Fielder joining Bobby and Barry Bonds, the only father-son duos with 1,000 or more runs batted in their career.
Amazing.
Oh, 2.
Doesn't look real comfortable after that swing.
He got it off the end of the bat there.
Yeah.
Slider.
That's a pitch that Hector has thrown a lot more this year. As far as percentages, 9% of his pitches have been sliders. Prior to that, settling around 3 or 4%.
Two balls, 2 strikes. To 2. Full count. Now 95 pitches thrown by Santiago. Fielder's going to get a head start from first with 2 outs. Payoff pitch. Pulled down the line, past Escobar into the corner. Fielder chugging towards third. Ortega comes up firing. Fielder's being waved in. Simmons with the relay to the plate, and it's up the first base line. Texas on top. And again, you fall behind at 0-2, or Desmond falls behind at 0-2. Gets to a full count, and he rips a double for the RBI.
And the reason why Prince Fielder scores is because of the 3-2 count, able to go before the pitch is delivered. That hot corner tried to knock that down underneath the glove. Of Escobar down in that corner. And rattles around, stops right there. Ortega got it in very quickly. And Simmons to throw up that first baseline. He had a lot of people in his path to throw home there also. More difficult throw for him.
Kind of a couple situations that were Hector Santiago's doing. The leadoff walk to Odor. Breaking pitch to Fielder, and now the 3-2 hit by Desmond.
You can tell because he's able to get that momentum going on the 3-2 pitch. He'll be able to slide in with the go-ahead run.
Quick visit to the mound by Charles Nagy.
And Simmons upset with himself. He knows he's got one of the best throwing arms at that position. Just a little bit up the line, though.
Cambadrosian, first man up for the Angels. Moreland a single and a fly ball to left. Takes outside. Halos came into the inning nursing a one-run lead, now trailing by a run and trying to keep it that way with a man at third base. Two and 0.
But it's the batter you want to get if you're Hector. If you want to put yourself in position to finish off this inning, only be down by one and hope that the offense can score you some run and put yourself in position for a win, you have to get him. Mike Scioscia may go to the bullpen. If not,
ground ball towards second. Past Giavotella, 4-2 Texas. Moreland picks up his 8th RBI. Ball behind, 2-0. And Rangers hitters not missing his pitches in the zone.
Too much of that strike zone there. And gets it by Giavotella, as we thought. Mike Scioscia going to the bullpen now.
3 runs in for the Texas Rangers. They have taken a 4-2 lead in a pitching change, the first of the night, with 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Hector unable to get out of the 6th. It's Cambadrosian time with Texas up. Telecast of Angels baseball on Fox Sports West is brought to you by Mercury Insurance. On a mission to save you money, log on to mercuryinsurance.com today to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save. And by your Southern California Toyota dealers. Texas with a 3-run 6th inning leads at 4-2. They're still batting with 2 outs and a man on. Hector Santiago lasting just 5 2/3 after throwing the ball well for 5 innings. But started off this inning by giving up a free pass to the leadoff man, and it's kind of gone downhill since. He did get a double play ball, but unable to close the door on the Rangers this inning. So Cabadrosians are in and out. Who's in, who's out. Brought back up. He has struggled this year at the big league level. He's just trying to get the third out here. He'll face Elvis Andrus with Moreland over at first base. Andrus tonight, a fly ball to right and a fly ball to center.
Well, you thought that Hector had a chance to get through the inning with no damage when that double play ball turned very well by Simmons and Giavotella. Then 3 hits in a row after that, including a double by Desmond.
One ball, one strike. 8 hits for Texas, one of which was a home run. That was to Rua in the 5th inning. But the momentum swung the Rangers' way in the top of the inning. A gaff by Albert Pujols at second base. 2-1. He just had an opportunity at first and second and nobody out. Pujols called napping as he changed his feet on the base. He was called out. Simmons a fly ball to left, Cron a fly ball to center, and that was it. Been Texas since. Two, one. It's fouled off to the right. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Halos in the 7th have Soto, Giavotella, and Escobar coming up. Colby Lewis still with a manageable pitch count. If there is a saving grace, if you even want to call it that, the Rangers bullpen very much unlike last year. Almost a 5 ERA out of that pen
Very
so
similar
far.
what they did in the first half. Remember that last year, same thing, and then they caught fire in the end.
Colby Lewis has thrown just 71 pitches. Sorry, Goob.
Starter's been very, very good for Texas. Bullpen, not so much.
That differential is the largest in baseball between starter and reliever ERAs. Full count. So Moreland will now get a head start from first. Moreland takes off and Andrus works the walk. So Bedrosian promptly comes in and issues a free pass. 2 on, 2 outs. And here comes Rua. Eighth man to bat here in the 6th. 1 for 2 with a home run. One out.
And Cam has always possessed a very good fastball. And again, command of the strike zone with both his fastball and his breakable, which can be solid too. When he's able to throw it consistently for strikes, again, then you can expand the zone when you're ahead of the count.
Bouncer toward third. Escobar's got it. It's a fair ball. They'll force out Moreland at third. And the inning comes to an end. Texas strikes for 3 as we head to the 7th. The Angels now trailing 4-2. Take a look at the Honda rest of this series. Tomorrow it's a 7:05 start as well here in Texas. Matt Shoemaker on the mound going up against Derek Collins. Sunday afternoon, a 2 o'clock start local time. That means 11:30 Angels live. It'll be Garrett Richards, Cole Hamels to wrap up this 3-game series before the Angels head up to Milwaukee to take on the Brewers beginning Monday night.
Talked to Shu a couple times last few days. Really was trying to get back to commanding his fastball. He had a couple good bullpen sessions, some long tossing.
Giovanni Soto, Johnny Giavotella, Yunel Escobar here in the 7th against Colby Lewis. He's given up 9 hits, including the home run to Soto. Soto shoots one out toward right center field. Not very deep, so Desmond has to come in. And cuts in front of Mazara, makes the catch for out number 1. Giovanni now 2 for 3 with that fly ball out.
Second baseman Johnny Giavotella.
Johnny a single in the 3rd, a fly ball to right in the 4th.
And this time well off the outside corner on an 0-2 pitch. 3 times in this game the Angels have gotten hits against Colby Lewis, including a home run on an 0-2 count.
Action in the Ranger pen. One-two to Johnny. He will shoot one out to right. Mazara plays shallow. He'll make the catch. 2 down. Go back and look at that Desmond double with Fielder scoring all the way from first. Talking about the relay.
Yeah, it's very difficult relay for Simmons. You have 1, then 2, and then 3 different defenders kind of in that same path in which he's trying to throw the baseball at home plate. Very difficult for Simmons to do so, especially because he throws a lot of throws low. You have 3 people right in his vision as you're trying to make that perfect throw to the plate. Made it more difficult.
Escobar was hit by a pitch and gets bet back on the very first one here in the 7th. Yunel 0 for 2. A cue shot foul.
Especially when you don't really have a whole lot of time to react. You know you have to have a quick throw to the plate when it's in the corner like that. So we know Simmons has probably the best throwing arm in baseball at that shortstop position, but it was a very difficult throw for him.
Mazara there. A quiet inning for the Angels. Went to the bottom of the 7th. 4-2 Texas. At Talladega with the Geico 500, where Dale Earnhardt Jr. will look to defend his title from last year, beginning at 9:30 a.m. Pacific on your local Fox station, and watch it live on Fox Sports Go. Stretch time here in Arlington. It's the bottom of the 7th. 4-2 Texas. And Bedrosian back down to the bump. Got 9-1 and 2 coming up. Holiday, Odor, and Mazara. First pitch swinging, and C.J. Crow drifting into foul territory. Looks like he'll make the catch, and he does. 1 out. Holiday 0 for 3 tonight. Angels have Malley ready to go in the bullpen. And Mike Scioscia is going to go to the pen. Pitching change here at the bottom of the 7th with Texas up 4-2.
Your fans a little happy now after that 3-run bottom of the 6th inning. Doing a little dancing here at the ballpark. That's how you used to dance, right, Victor?
Oh, yeah, the old footloose, buddy.
Yes. Fans excited.
Malley comes on with 1 out, nobody on. To face Rudin Odor and then Nomar Mazara. 9th game for Malley. No record of 1.42 ERA. 6 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Odor, a single, a fly ball to left, a walk, and a run scored. He started off the rally for Texas in the 6th with a leadoff walk against Santiago. Off speed pitch. This again. One ball, 1 strike.
Very tough arm angle that Greg Malley throws at, but looking to put up some better numbers against left-handed batters so far. Just 364. This stuff is too good to not get a little bit better on it.
Jam shot roller towards short. Simmons gets rid of it quickly. Low throw, dug out by Crone. 2 down.
And that was a solid pitch right there by Malley, and a very good play once again by Simmons. It's short, and a good scoop by C.J. Crone.
It's a quasi-quick pitch too by Malley.
Coming in on the baseball, those soft hands, and how quick that transfer and then throw is consistently for Simmons.
Mazara 1 for 3 games. Sorry,
that was a real good spot, Victor, by that pitch. Breaking ball. He was moving that arm around a little bit as if felt that on the throw.
No balls, 2 strikes. Halos in the 8th. Have Ortega, Trout, Pujols due up. Colby Lewis has worked 7 innings tonight for the first time since September 11th last year. No strikeouts, no walks for Lewis. Roller toward first, and that goes foul. The count remains at 1-2. Back toward the middle. Backhanded by Andrelton. And 1-2-3 inning for the Angels. 7 complete here at Texas. The Angels have 2, 3, and 4 coming up, down 2.
Angels down, looking to rally. I'm Patrick O'Neill. Hope you stick around after the game for Angels Live. I'll be joined by Jose Mota. Certainly a lot of game left in this one. Maybe Ortega can get on, and then Trout can tie things up. But perhaps we'll have to ask Mike Scioscia about the top of the sixth and what happened with Albert Pujols on that replay that got him. But for now, let's see if the Angels can rally. Again, we'll see you after the game for Angels Live. Victor and Mark, back up to you.
Patty, we appreciate it. Always great to see you, man. Glad to have you back. Sorry about the Kings, but it's always great to see you back here at the Angels.
Appreciate it. Happy to be here. We'll get him next year.
All right, brother. Ortega, Trout, Pujols here in the 8th. Sam Dyson pitching his 10th game, 0-1 record, a 3 ERA. Taking over for Colby Lewis, who went 7. Gave up 9 hits, including the home run to Giovanni Soto. 2 runs, both earned.
Nice win, a power sinking fastball, 93 to 98 slider changeup.
One ball, no strikes. Ortega 0 for 3. Colby Lewis, by the way, has not had a win here in this ballpark against the Angels since 2003. He's in line for a W.
No strikeouts in 7 innings. No walks in 7 innings.
Chopper over the mound. Elvis Andrus comes in. 1 down. Nice play by Andrus.
That was not an easy play either for Andrus to come in on that baseball, and his strong throwing arm also to get Ortega barely at first base. Once you got over the head as an infielder with Dyson on the mound, you know you're going to be active. A lot of ground ball action, but the quick transfer and the firm throw gets him by half a step.
First one to Trout. This is down the line. That's going to go toward the corner. Mike on his way to second. Easy double. Is he going to try to go to third? No, he'll stop right there as the protective gear that's on the right foot flips off. There it is. Dale Scott will pick it up. Trout picks up his 5th double, and it'll bring up the tying run in Albert Pujols.
At that point, when you're down by 2, if you're down by 1, Trout probably would take a shot at a triple. Good piece of hitting, a 95-mile-an-hour fastball going the other way. That protective thing on his foot because of that foul ball off his foot at the homestand. But you're in scoring position and you're down by 2. No reason to take a shot at that one at third base.
Albert up. He's 2 for 4 in his career against Dyson. First pitch breaking ball for a strike. Pujols tonight 1 for 3. A single in the 6th inning, and then was called out after a replay showed that the throw back in from Desmond to Odor. Albert's foot lifted off the base at second. Changed the inning. Little dribbler left side. Dyson off the mound has it. Takes his time, plants, throws. Pujols gun down in front, number 2. Trout ends up at third.
Dyson did everything well in that one, knowing he has a little bit of time to throw down there, got himself in good fielding position, did not panic. A firm throw over. Got himself in throwing position, gathered himself, and then that strong arm that he has throws it over there firmly to Moreland.
Cole 1 for 3 as he snapped it 0 for 15 in the 6th. 0 for 2 against Dyson. Check that 0 for 3 against Dyson. Fouls it off. No balls, 2 strikes.
Pretty good changeup. He's got a good one. Anywhere between 88 and 90. Certainly not sitting on a changeup when you got to gear up for a 95 to 98 moving fastball.
Trout over at third base. The 0-2 to Cole. Bouncer foul. Ten hits tonight for the Angels. 2 runs. Home run by Soto in the third. RBI single by Soto in the fourth. Cole goes down, swing. The Angels are done here in the eighth. 4-2 Texas as we head to the bottom of the inning. .42 as we begin the bottom of the eighth inning. Hey, follow Angels Baseball live with MLB.com at Bat App. Stay up to the moment at any moment with Game Day. Live game video highlights, StatCast, news, and more. Download MLB.com at Bat, the #1 app for live baseball on your phone or tablet. Corey Rasmus takes over on the mound for Greg Malley, who went 2/3 of an inning, got 2 ground ball outs. Everything else zeros. Rasmus here in the eighth to face Beltre, Fielder, and Desmond. Beltre tonight 0 for 3.
13th game overall for Rasmus against the Rangers. 2.50 ERA.
One in there, 1-2. Beltre fouling it back, got a high fastball. Evens the count.
Trying to get that slider, get a swing and miss. Has a good fastball, low 90s. With a very good changeup, slider, and curveball.
Count remains at 2-2. Hector Santiago went 5 2/3 and I gave up 4 runs, all 4 earned, and struck out 1, walked 1, gave up 8 hits. Full count now. And a leadoff walk to start the 8th.
Designated hitter, Chris Fielder.
Rasmus is trying to keep us a 2-run deficit. Though Texas bullpen has struggled this year. You don't want to give them too much breathing room.
Fielder an RBI single in the 6th inning. His base hit tied the score at 2. Texas would go on and score 2 more after that to take a 4-2 lead. 1,000th career RBI for Fielder. Two balls and no strikes. Here comes Soto.
And he put a very good fastball hitter with a lot of power in a fastball count.
Fielder lifts one on the third base side. Escobar in the foul territory will make the catch. 1 down. Beltre halfway between first and second, messing around with Escobar.
Thing about Beltre, he seems to enjoy the game of baseball, doesn't he?
Yep.
On his way to the Hall of Fame.
1 out, 1 on, and here's Ian Desmond. Desmond doubled home a run. He's had 2 hits tonight, 2 for 3. Been red hot over his last 10 games.
He's using the entire field. The base hit the right, double down the left field line. Good plate coverage.
This one out toward left. Got it off the end of the bat. Ortega's there. 2 down. Beltre back to first. And they doubled up Beltre. Messing around on the base paths. The Angels get a double play to end the 8th. We head to the 9th. Simmons, Crone, Soto coming up for the Angels.
That's that arm once again. Take it, gets that in quickly to the cutoff man. You always want to do that as quick as possible. And then Simmons, with that power arm he has, gets him out at first base for a double play.
10 hits tonight. Both the hit games by Soto, Simmons, and Trout. Soto with a home run. 2 runs batted in. But they've not been able to figure out. It's funny how that game of baseball works, Scooby. Wednesday they had just 5 hits against Kansas City. Pick up a 4-2 win. Tonight 10 hits, trailing 4-2 as Sean Tolleson takes over. And we'll try to close it out for the Texas Rangers.
Especially when you think about the numbers offensively this club has had over the last 20 games. We talked about that in the opening. 16-4, averaging nearly 7 runs per game here, including 71 extra base hits.
Simmons, Crone, and Soto for the Angels here in the ninth. Tolleson has had some issues pitching in his 11th game at 6.75 ERA. First pitch swinging, and Simmons bounces it to Hopper to Odor. 1 out.
And his fastball is 91-96. Sink action. He'll throw a cut fastball, also slider change. Good changeup he has.
Only 5 strikeouts, 1 walk in his 8 innings, and he's given up 11 hits. But he gets the first out on 1 pitch here to start the ninth.
Just looking to get the tying run to the plate. That's all you can hope for. And you go from there.
Crone a 1-for-3 game with a single in the 4th. No balls, 2 strikes. 86-mile-per-hour slider. Two down. Here comes Soto. This is what he did back in the 3rd.
On an 0-2 pitch, a breaking ball. Hits it out for 2nd home run. The season's had a solid games, a couple hits, a couple RBIs for Soto.
One ball, 1 strike, 2 runs, 10 hits, 6 left on for the Angels. Turning point in the game, the 6th inning, both offensively and on the pitching mound. 1-2.
High strike. Did get the upper part of the strike zone though.
Givatella on deck. 2 outs here tonight, down by 2. 2-2. Soto fouls it off. That's keeping your at bat alive.
Fastball running inside at 93. That's a good changeup after running a fastball in. Job once again by Soto just to stay alive in this at bat.
Colby Lewis looking to pick up a win against the Angels in this ballpark for the first time since '03. And Soto goes down swinging. The Angels drop the opener of the series by the final of 4-2.
Yeah, that big 6th inning in which the Rangers score 3 was a difference. This one it looked like Hector was going to be able to get through the inning, got a double play, but then Prince Fielder an RBI, his 1,000th RBI of his career. Ties it up, and eventually Ian Desmond with a big double down the line also gives him lead, and the Rangers hold on with their bullpen tonight.
Texas takes the opener. The Angels split the 4-game series at the Big A, but Texas answers back with the 4-2 win. Stick around. Angels Live postgame is coming up next.